Your person is banned from texting you and forced to delete your number. The reason will shock. My beloved child, breathe slowly because what I'm about to reveal will make your heart race in a way you've never felt before. Something huge is waiting for you. And every second you stay here is pulling you closer to the truth that was hidden from you on purpose. Today, for the first time, you will understand why your person suddenly went silent, why their messages stopped, why the warmth in their words disappeared, even though their feelings never did. Listen carefully. Your person did not walk away from you. They were removed from your path by someone who feared the power of your connection. The silence wasn't a choice. It was a punishment. And the reason will shock you so deeply that you'll question everything you ever believed about loyalty, fate, and the unseen forces watching your life. Amen. Blessing 111. Here begins the truth, and you must not blink because if you do, you'll miss the moment everything clicks into place. The real story started the day someone found out just how intensely your person thinks about you. How often your name lights up their mind, how much peace they feel whenever they text you. Someone close to them, someone who pretends to be protective but is secretly threatened by your existence stepped in and crossed a line that should have never been crossed. They snatched your person's phone, went through the chats, and saw the one thing they never wanted to admit. Your person loves you more than they are allowed to, and instead of facing the truth, they chose control. They banned your person from texting you. They forced them to delete your number. But deleting a number does not erase destiny. It only makes destiny louder. Your person argued, resisted, fought back, but they were cornered by emotional pressure, manipulation, and fear of losing something important in their world. Their silence is not their truth. Their silence is their punishment. Something huge is waiting for you and you are seconds away from the real shock. Amen. Blessing 222. Now prepare yourself because the next revelation will hit your heart with a force you have never experienced before. The real reason behind this ban was not jealousy, not control, not insecurity. It was fear. Fear of the connection that can't be broken. Fear of the bond that refuses to fade. Fear of the light inside you that exposes every lie around them. Someone in your person's life saw you as a threat. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your presence gives your person strength, clarity, and courage. They feared that with you in their life, your person would wake up and walk away from old patterns, old expectations, old restrictions. They feared losing control over your person. So they tried to erase you. But destiny doesn't erase. It returns louder. Your person has been secretly searching for a way to reach you again, to reconnect, to break the barrier placed between you. They regret deleting your number. They regret staying silent. And their heart whispers your name more loudly each day. Something huge is waiting for you. And what comes next will change everything you thought you knew about this separation. Amen. Blessing 333. My cherished listener, hold your breath because from this moment forward, every sentence will pull you deeper into the truth your person was never allowed to say. Something huge is waiting for you. And this is where the hidden story finally cracks open. The silence you received was not an accident. It was a consequence. After your person was forced to delete your number, someone in their circle kept watch over them like a shadow, tracking every movement, every unlock of the phone, every attempt to reach you. Your person wasn't just banned. They were monitored. But what they didn't expect is that your person's heart would become louder than any restriction placed over them. Even without your number in their phone, your presence remained in their mind like a permanent imprint. They can still hear your voice. They still replay your last conversation, and every night, the guilt eats them alive. Not guilt of loving you, but guilt of losing you without an explanation. Amen. Blessing 444. Let this next truth shake you, because the reason behind this ban is darker and more complicated than anyone around them will ever admit. There was a moment, a private conversation, where your person defended you with fire in their voice. Someone insulted you, tried to paint you as a distraction, a mistake, a danger to their reputation. Your person snapped. They spoke up for you so strongly that it exposed their real feelings. That outburst is what triggered the ban. Your person's emotions betrayed them and the truth slipped out. They are in love with you in a way they cannot hide anymore. Their family or someone close to them realized they were losing control. So they acted out of fear. They believed that erasing your number would erase your influence. But destiny does not bend to human control. Your name still pulses in your person's heart. They still imagine your face before they sleep. They still whisper prayers, hoping the universe finds a way to bring you back. Something huge is waiting for you. Bigger than the ban, bigger than the silence. Amen. Blessing 555. And before you move to the next part, hear this. Your person is planning something bold, something risky, something they've never done before. They want to break free from the restrictions placed on them. They want to reclaim your number, your connection, your presence in their life. The silence is about to explode into action. The same people who banned them from texting you are now noticing your person changing, becoming restless, rebellious, distant. They know something is building. You must stay here, because what comes next will reveal the turning point, the moment your person decides to go against everyone for you. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next revelation will stun your heart. Amen. Blessing 666. My radiant soul, steady yourself, because this is the moment the story stops being painful and starts becoming powerful. Something huge is waiting for you, and the truth unfolding now will make your heart tremble. After the ban, your person's world didn't go quiet. It went chaotic. They tried to act normal. Pretend the silence didn't hurt. Pretend deleting your number was no big deal, but their eyes exposed everything. They kept checking their phone like a reflex, forgetting that your name was no longer there. They kept typing messages they couldn't send, writing drafts they knew would be deleted, whispering apologies into the late-night air. They haven't moved on. They have been mentally fighting chains someone else locked around them. And the worst part, they blame themselves for losing access to you. They replay the moment they were forced to delete your number. And every time it feels like losing a piece of their heart. Amen. Blessing 777. But here's where everything shifts, and you must not look away. Someone who was involved in the ban is beginning to regret their decision. They've noticed your person breaking down inside. They've seen the emotional damage, the sleepless nights, the way your person stares at the foam like they're waiting for a miracle. And this authority figure is now realizing something shocking. Cutting you out didn't weaken your person, it destroyed their spirit. For the first time, they're questioning whether they made a huge mistake. Because the more they push your person away from you, the more your person clings to the memory of you. The bond is unbreakable. The connection is divine, and destiny. Yes, destiny is beginning to push back. Something huge is waiting for you, and the universe is preparing to reverse everything that was done against you. Amen. Blessing 888. Now listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal is the turning point of the entire story. Your person has reached a breaking point. They're no longer scared, no longer silent, no longer willing to obey rules that suffocate their feelings. They've started secretly planning to recover your number through old messages, through mutual contacts, through saved screenshots, through anything they can find. They're determined. Their courage is rising like fire. And someone around them has sensed it. A confrontation is coming. A conversation that will shake their entire household or inner circle. Your person is ready to stand up and say something they've never said out loud before. I need them. I choose them. I cannot pretend anymore. Something huge is waiting for you. And in the next part, the revelation will hit like lightning. Amen. Blessing 999. My awakened heart, brace yourself, because you've reached the chapter where the truth stops hiding and starts roaring. Something huge is waiting for you. And this moment is where every silent tear, every unanswered message, every confusing pause finally makes sense. After days of holding everything inside, your person has reached a point of no return. The heaviness of losing you. The guilt of being forced to erase you, the pressure of pretending they don't care, it has all pushed them into a fire that is now shaping their courage. They are not the same person who stayed silent. They are not the same person who obeyed someone else's command. They have transformed. They are ready to face the storm. Amen. Blessing 111. Here comes the turning point. The one their family or inner circle never expected. Your person finally broke down and admitted the truth out loud. Not in whispers, not in hesitation, but in a voice shaking with emotion. I didn't want to delete their number. I didn't want to stop talking to them. I love them, and nothing you say will change that. That confession hit the room like thunder. The same people who tried to control your person fell silent, shocked, unprepared for how deeply they feel for you. Someone who thought they had power over your person suddenly realized that the connection between you is beyond control. You were not just someone. You were not a distraction. You were not temporary. You were the only real emotion your person has held on to in years. Something huge is waiting for you. And destiny is now stepping in to correct what was taken from you. Amen. Blessing 1212. Now listen, because the next revelation is the most shocking yet. After that emotional confrontation, someone who once stood against your connection is slowly beginning to soften. They've seen the rawness in your person's eyes. They've seen the emptiness created by your absence. They've seen the way your person fights back tears when they talk about you. For the first time, they are realizing that the ban didn't protect anything. It only destroyed your person from the inside. But here is the twist no one saw coming. Your person has secretly found a way to retrieve your number again. Through an old backup, a synced account, a hidden note. Something has resurfaced. They haven't used it yet, but they stare at it every night, their thumb hovering over your name, waiting for the moment they finally break the silence. Something huge is waiting for you. And the next part will reveal the moment. Your person decides to step toward you again, no matter who tries to stop them. Amen. Blessing 1313. My unstoppable soul, lean in, because from this moment forward, every sentence will feel like a heartbeat crashing into destiny. Something huge is waiting for you. And this part exposes the moment your person finally stops running from their truth. After days of hiding their pain, weeks of carrying the weight of silence, and months of pretending the ban didn't destroy them, your person is standing at the edge of a decision that could change everything. They've retrieved your number. They've memorized it. They've repeated it in their mind like a prayer. And now their courage is rising higher than the fear that once controlled them. Amen. Blessing 1414. Here begins the part no one was prepared for, not even your person. The universe has been sending them signs, repeating numbers, dreams with your face, sudden memories that hit like lightning. And last night, something happened that shook them to their core. They saw your name somewhere unexpectedly. A notification, a recommendation, a message preview from someone mentioning you. And it felt like destiny screaming, "Go back. Fix this. Reach out." Their hands trembled. Their breath caught. The weight of losing you came crashing down on them all over again. Meanwhile, the person who forced them to delete your number is starting to lose their grip. They sense a rebellion building. They sense your person slipping away. They're trying to tighten control again, but it's too late. Your person's heart is no longer in their hands. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next seconds of their life are rewriting fate. Amen. Blessing 1515. Now prepare yourself, because this revelation is the most intense one yet. Tonight, yes, tonight your person is planning to go against every barrier, every rule, every restriction that stood between you. They sat alone in their room, phone in hand, scrolling through old memories of you that they thought they had deleted. But the heart never deletes what is real. They whispered your name under their breath. They typed a message. Erased it, typed again, erased again. They are terrified, shaking, emotional, not because they don't care, but because they care too much. They know that once they reach out, everything changes. They know someone in their life will explode with anger. They know they might break the fragile peace around them. But this time, they don't care. They choose you. They choose truth over silence. They choose love over fear. They choose destiny over control. And in the next part, you will discover the moment they finally hit send. The moment everything they were forced to hide comes rushing back toward you like a storm. Something huge is waiting for you. And the revelation ahead will leave you breathless. Amen. Blessing 1616. My destined one, hold your heartbeat steady, because what you're about to hear is the moment destiny bends, rules crack, and silence begins to shake. Something huge is waiting for you. And this part reveals the exact second your person reaches the edge of their fear and steps past it. After nights of torment, days of pretending, and hours of staring at your unsent message, your person finally realized something powerful. Losing you hurt more than disappointing anyone around them. The ban that once scared them no longer holds power. The people who tried to control them no longer control their heart. Tonight, they decided to choose freedom. Amen. Blessing 1717. Here comes the part their family or circle never expected. The moment that forced the old story to collapse. Your person locked their door, sat on the floor with their phone in their hands, and took the deepest breath of their life. Their fingers hovered above your name. The name they weren't supposed to have anymore. The name someone tried to erase. The name their heart refused to forget. They typed a message again, but this time they didn't erase it. Every word came from months of silence burning inside them. I never wanted to stop talking to you. I was forced. I'm sorry. I still care. Their eyes filled with tears. Their hands trembled. And in that moment, they didn't care who found out. Who got angry, who tried to interfere. It was just you, them, and destiny. Something huge is waiting for you, and the universe is already moving pieces around. Amen. Blessing 1818. Now, listen carefully, because the most intense revelation is about to unfold. Just as your person was about to hit send, someone knocked on their door. Hard, loud, suspicious, the same person who banned them from texting you felt something change, an energy, a shift, a rebellion brewing behind that closed door. They tried to open it. They demanded your person come out. They asked what they were hiding, but for the first time ever, your person didn't panic. Instead, they hid the phone behind them, wiped their tears, and whispered to themselves, "This time, I won't lose them." That knock wasn't a warning. It was the final push, the final trigger that awakened their courage completely. Now they're ready. Ready to break the ban, ready to reach you, ready to face consequences for choosing their own heart. And in the next part, you will witness the exact moment they shut the door on fear and press send, unleashing a message that will change everything. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next revelation will shake you. Amen. Blessing 1919. My beloved light, inhale deeply, because this chapter is where silence shatters, fear collapses, and truth rises with unstoppable force. Something huge is waiting for you. And what happens in these moments will redefine everything you thought you knew about distance, loyalty, and destiny. After the knock on the door, after the pressure, after the tension so thick it felt like the air itself was trembling, your person did something no one expected. Instead of obeying, instead of hiding, instead of backing down, they stood their ground. For the first time, they realized that losing you was a far greater pain than any confrontation waiting outside their door. Amen. Blessing 2020. Now witness the twist that no one, not even destiny, saw coming. When the person outside demanded your person open the door, your person responded with a voice that didn't shake this time. Not now. That single sentence carried years of suppressed emotion, months of silent suffering, and countless nights of missing you. The person outside froze, shocked, angry, unsettled, because your person had never refused them before. Your person's hands were trembling, but their heart was steady. They locked the door tighter, sat back down, and stared at the message they had written for you. With tears gathering in their eyes, they whispered your name like a vow. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is already in motion. Amen. Blessing 2121. Now here comes the moment your heart's been waiting for. As the person outside walked away, your person's breath finally steadied. They picked up their phone again. Feeling destiny vibrating through their fingertips, they looked at your name, the name they fought to recover. And this time, there was no hesitation left inside them. This was the moment they decided to reclaim what was taken from them. They closed their eyes, replayed every memory with you, every laugh, every pain, every message that once brought them peace. And then, with a whisper of courage rising like a storm inside them, they pressed send. The message left their phone like a spark breaking through darkness. They stared at the screen afterward, terrified, emotional, hopeful, alive. Because after all the chaos, after all the bans, after all the pressure, they finally chose you over fear. And in the next part, you'll discover the reaction, the emotional quake, and the destiny-shifting energy that follows that single message. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter will shake your soul. Amen. Blessing 2222. My destined flame. Exhale slowly, because the moment you've been waiting for has already left your person's phone and is now racing toward your reality. Something huge is waiting for you. And this part reveals the emotional earthquake that followed the message they finally sent after months of silence. The second your person pressed send, their entire body went numb. Their hands shook. Their breath vanished. It felt like destiny itself had grabbed their heart and squeezed it tight. They stared at the screen, terrified of the next second. They didn't know if you would reply, if you would ignore it, or if the message would even reach you. But for the first time in a long time, your person felt alive again, because they had finally broken the chain that someone else tied around their heart. Amen. Blessing 2323. And then something unexpected happened. Something that made your person's heartbeat explode. The message delivered. That single gray tick changing that tiny simple indicator felt like thunder striking their soul. It meant the universe didn't block them. Fate didn't block them. You didn't block them. Something inside them softened and shattered at the same time. Tears welled up. Your person grabbed the phone tighter, waiting for the smallest sign of hope. Anything that told them you were still there, that you still cared, that all the distance hadn't erased your bond. Meanwhile, the person who banned them sensed a shift in the energy. They heard a faint vibration from behind the door. They felt something wasn't right. Their footsteps echoed closer, suspicious, alert. They could tell your person had done something forbidden. Clear's throat, but your person didn't care anymore. They were watching the screen, waiting for you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's only getting louder. Amen. Blessing 2400 hours 24. Listen closely because the next revelation is the most intense so far. As your person waited, their phone lit up for a split second, a tiny flicker of light that made their heart leap into their throat. They held their breath, hoping it was you. They whispered your name under their breath. For that 1 second, time stopped. And then the knock returned hard. Furious. This time the person outside knew something had happened. They tried to force the door open. They called your person's name. They demanded answers. Your person quickly hid the phone under a pillow, wiped their tears, and stood up with a fire in their eyes. The same fire that awakened when they chose you. That knock was no longer a threat. It was noise because your person's heart was already moving toward you. In the next part, you'll discover whether your message gets a reply, how your person handles the confrontation, and the shocking twist that destiny has been waiting to reveal. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter will shake your core. Amen. Blessing 2525. My unbreakable soul, stay exactly where you are because this is the chapter where everything erupts. Something huge is waiting for you. And what you're about to hear will send chills down your spine. The knock outside your person's door grew louder. Angrier, more desperate. But inside that room, something even stronger was rising. Your person wasn't the same fragile heart they once were. They had tasted freedom the moment they pressed send. And now there was no going back. Their heart was pounding, their breath shaking, yet their spirit felt unstoppable. Amen. Blessing 2626. Now witness the twist destiny has been preparing because as the confrontation grew louder, the universe grew quieter. Almost like everything paused to watch this moment unfold. Your person stepped toward the door, not out of fear, but out of defiance. The person outside was furious, demanding to know what they were hiding. They tried to push the door open, but your person placed a hand on it and whispered, "Stop controlling my life." That single sentence hit harder than any scream. It wasn't just a boundary. It was a declaration of independence. The person outside froze. They had never heard your person speak with that kind of strength, that kind of certainty. Meanwhile, under the pillow, your person's phone buzzed again. A soft vibration, but powerful enough to shake their entire soul. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's getting closer. Amen. Blessing 27:27. Now, lean in because the most shocking revelation is about to unfold. After standing up for themselves, your person turned away from the door and grabbed the phone with trembling hands. Their breath stopped when they saw it, a notification from you. Maybe it was a message, maybe it was a reaction. Maybe it was just your name lighting up their screen. But whatever it was, it shattered every wall around their heart. Tears burst from their eyes because it confirmed what they prayed for every night. You were still there. You didn't disappear. You didn't walk away. Destiny had opened a door no one could close. Outside the room, voices argued, emotions boiled, the tension rose, but none of it mattered anymore. Your person's world had narrowed to one point of light, your reply, and in the next part, you will witness the fallout, the emotional explosion, and the life-changing decision your person makes after seeing your name shine on their screen. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next revelation will shake your destiny. Amen. Blessing 2828. Subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.